I'm not gonna be on here too long. Got like 30% on my phone. So here we go. You see the title. I have a video, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the description box or somewhere. So you can look into that. You know, what is a black who and what is a black devil? That's what I'm gonna say it as. They can look like you. But they're devils in all races though, y'all. There should not be there should not be no discrimination against nobody from any race or color creed, whatever you want to call it, color creed. But they come in all races. But the ones that's vicious are the ones that look like us. And I hate to use that term because I don't call myself that term black. I don't call myself black. So, but I will say we're surrounded by certain people in life that can bring harm to you. They look just like you. They could be cool with you at first, or they can be cool with you, but they have their own plans of just trying to destroy you or trying to deceive not just you but others. And they can use you and manipulate you. Then they also have the charisma or the charismatic behavior to draw people to turn on others and have them brainwashed or have them manipulated, have them thinking that they have the answers and they don't. We all on this planet don't have all the answers because if we did, we would not be here. Um, but these people are very vicious, very dangerous. They are deceivers, they are liars, they are users, they are abusers, manipulators, um, crap starters. They get a kick out of other people's pain just so they can and soak into the energy of the pain, the suffering of others. They can claim to be something and they're not. They can claim to be a conscious person and they're not. They can claim to be a priest or diviner and they're not. Okay. I'm just saying in so many different ways, there's so many different descriptions, but I have a video that I have, if I believe in the description box that you can see. Um, but neither here or there. These people are very wicked. In front of a camera, they could be the kindest, or in public could be the kindest person in the world, but behind closed doors, they're not. Um, a lot of them can literally drain you from your energy and make you feel fatigued. Some of them have the power to manifest themselves or make themselves come into your dreams, manifest themselves into your home if they that powerful. Okay, they can even read your thoughts. They can drain you or read your thoughts. These people are something. They have vampiric energy. They are totally evil, totally. Um, but they have the way of manipulating others to have them believe that they are this totally holier than thou persona or uh, the persona of thinking they're better than any and everybody. Um, and that's not the case because they're not. It's a facade that they use to have people looking in awe and thinking that they have this aura about them being they could say that they're chosen. They could say that they believe that they're the one. They could think that uh that only the ancestors or even the ancient angelic hosts could talk to them and only them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have their way. Everybody have their own gifts, even down to them. Okay, because in reality, that is another form of the spirit in negative form. It could be even the darker side of you that you have to face in reality. You know what I'm saying? And they're reflecting that. It all depends on your path, on where you are. That is why it's important for you to do the shadow work. The shadow work is very important. Like the brother told me, Larry King Bay told me, the shadow work is very important. And I agree, like it is. Because in order for you to do the shadow work, you have to love thyself from inside and outside, all your flaws and your strengths. They come together, they coincide together to make who you are. And a lot of the times, these particular beings, they never did the shadow work. They care not to. They deal with the lower vibration. Get what I'm saying? They deal with the lower vibration, and they don't want to face reality of them being what they are, and they don't want to face that side of themselves. They could be someone to have a message if they did the shadow work, but they tend to dwell on the lower self. They tend to dwell on the lower self, and they tend to stay on that level. They cannot elevate any higher than the lower self. They also have envy, hate, jealousy. They have those particular components in them in their life or inside of them. And then they don't want nobody to outshine them because of the simple fact is they don't want nobody to see the vulnerability that they have of not knowing the no, or not knowing what path they're on. Instead, they will use others to answer questions for them as well, or they will look at others to shield them and to guide others to do their own bidding. And those that are under the spell of these people, they don't realize the catastrophes that take place with that. So, my thing to you all is that we have to go into a realization of understanding of what is taking place with these people. Why are they doing this? What are their job to do this? Their job is to pretty much help you focus on you and to do what the creator sent you here to do, beloved ones, because what they're doing, they don't want you to wake up, beloved ones. They don't want you to wake up. They want you to stay asleep. They want you to stay on that low vibration. That is their job. That is their goal, is to keep you low vibrational so you cannot make it nowhere. So you cannot progress in the next chapter of your life. They would do anything by wishing death on you, anything possible to make you feel like you're nobody. That's the kind of energy that they portray and the kind of energy that they have upon this journey if you choose to follow them. That is something that they do. They're known to do this. They are very wicked and evil beings. That's why it's important for you to do the shadow work. That is important. That is why it's important for you to understand who you are, your life purpose by doing meditation, by focusing on who you are within and face the realities of your dark side because that person could be the reflection of you. The darker side reflection of you within that you have to face, if you understand what I'm saying. They could be, or they could be an arch enemy from another lifetime. They could be an arch enemy from another lifetime. They could be an arch enemy from the astral realm or the spirit realm that have incarnated here to bring forth uh, their wickedry or or evilness to try to stop you in the progress of doing things in your life that you were sent here to do. That is how they also work. So that's why you got to always look within to face the hardships of these realities of these entities or these beings that are incarnated here that are called the so-called black devil. They are totally against righteousness too. And you got to remember in the Judaic Christianity or Islam, those fallen angels were actually angels at one point in time. So, by them being what they consider a so called black devil, they are an incarnation of those angelic hosts that fell from grace, incarnated in human form as well. So, I'm giving you various definitions, and they come from, some people say they come from the Yaqub story, but there's another story. Dr. York spoke on this in one of his lectures. Trying to remember the name. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, that they also come from a entity, or yeah, an entity called, is it Halal or I think it's Halal or Halal. I think it's called Halal or Tanush. It's one of them, if not both. Then they come from another energy, another entity, or so on, in the Judeo Christian Mesopotamian breakdown or teachings. Um, the movie Falling with Denzel Washington, that particular one is connected to them too. Then you also have, I think, I don't like saying their names because the names bring forth vibration. So I'm trying not to say the names. I said two of them earlier, so I got to go ahead and do some sage and all that other stuff. But you got to know about these entities and how they incarnate in this body, in the human bodies, in these bodies. That's why the saying to both so-called men and women: be careful who you lie down with, because you could be lying down with somebody that could be incarnated, a fallen one. You understand? You don't know that because you might not feel that, and they can disguise themselves very well. This is how crazy this stuff is, and a lot of people don't want to talk or touch bases on this. This is very vital information, because I've been observing others um for a very long time now, and they have the tendency of doing certain things to make you question. When you're dealing with the occult, you have to be careful who you are surrounded by when you are doing your journey, or when you're on a spiritual journey. That's what I say, because the word occult means hidden. You got to be careful out there in this so-called real world, or this material realm, which is the physical realm, because so above, so below, and what is going on in the spirit realm actually can manifest in the physical. So I just let y'all know that this is not a joke. You got to be careful with these particular entities or beings, because they don't mean you no good. They could be your best friend. They could even be your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend. They could be somebody you grew up with for damn near 20, 15 years, and you looking at them sideways, don't even know what happened. And the whole time you've been entertaining them, and they're doing a lot of dirt to you behind your back, or they say things that could be uh, detrimental to you in public, or they could do things to include you without you even knowing of their dirt that they're doing, and that falls on you, and you become an accomplice for no reason. Um, I'm just giving examples on certain things that they can do. These people can also practice things behind closed doors that you might not be aware of. You know, they could be channeling their darker side to attack you, if that make any sense. They could attack you from using words. They could even try to embarrass you in public on social media. I'm just naming certain examples that could be. I'm not saying all of it is accurate because I'm not naming everything, but you will have to know when you come across them. They don't want you to succeed. When you're making progress, they want to take everything you have so you can feel like you're aggressing. That's what they do. They also have this A lot of them do have a narcissistic energy. A lot of them do. Um, a lot of them can use words as weapons and make it seem like you're crazy and you're not, and you actually saw them do some action, or act, and then you confront them about it. They'll deny it, and they'll make it seem like you don't know what you're talking about. They do that too. They'll act dumb, and they're not dumb at all. They will do anything to project themselves as looking good while and try to make you look bad as well. That's what they'll do. They'll project themselves on you and have others thinking that they're the good guy and you're the bad guy, and you're looking at them like, how am I the bad guy? Where is this coming from? That's what they do. They find ways of tricking not just you, but everybody that's surrounding you, even on social media, even on um even in public. However, you know, they'll even try to use family against you. They'll try to do everything in their power to make you feel like to make you fall, period, on your face. These beings are totally out of line. And I am telling you, these beings come from an abode that is very low in frequency and vibration. And that is why a lot of time they can't elevate to a higher level of the vibrational tones of even the earthly tone, the high vibration of earth. The high vibration of earth, honestly, is very serious. If I'm not mistaken, the high vibration of earth tone, I think, is a sharp C. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I believe, for the lack of a better word, that's what the earth vibrate on. Um, and they can't vibrate on that particular vibration, because Gaia herself is doing away with a lot of these entities. It could be even spiritual things that she's wiping them out, and then they go into what they call a zombie state. They'll go into a zombie state as well, and or they might even disappear within thin air. You know what I'm saying? They can disappear too, because you got to remember, you have a spirit, soul, all of that. With them, they can have a spirit, not a soul. They can be very soulless, so they can disappear within thin air and turn back into spirit. I know it sounds like it's spookism, but it's actually due to research. These beings are something else. That's why I said the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. You might want to really look at that movie. That's why I don't shake everybody's hand. I don't shake people's hands like that. I mind my business. Shoot, I might give him a pound, or I might give him an invisible pound or something, and keep it freaking moving. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because these people are not right. Um, I recommend people get certain crystals like celestolite. Um, you want to get amethyst. Um, you want to get like tourmaline. I think it's another one. Let me see. I have my crystal book here. Let's see if it's yeah. This book is called Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Crystals, Gems, and Metal Magic. Let me see. Let me see if we have anything in here from what I'm talking about. Just give me a second. Okay. Chapter 9, Stone Divinations. Okay. So give me a second, y'all. I'm over here trying to see something that could be helpful and vital for your protection. I would have had the crystal Bible, but I can't even remember what I did with it. Oh man, because it's real serious. This right here. Um. All right. So you have yellow tourmaline, yellow topaz, yellow fluorite. It symbolizes protection, communication, travel, movement, exchange. Okay, that's one of them right there. All right. Um, and they meant is to talk about celestial light in here too. Aquamarine that helps you with your sleep. Blue tourmaline, turquoise, sapphire, the blue sapphire. Now this is symbolizes peace, sleep, healing, purification, emotions, and the subconscious. So so yeah, the book is serious. You know what I mean? Like it really is. I just want to y'all know how serious this book is. But anyway, and I mentioned amethyst too, right? It's right here too. Amethyst is right here. So you gotta understand this journey that we're on, and see the thing about it. It's called this is dealing with the rainbow stone divination. So you know what I'm saying, and this 50 stones that deal with the divination too. So it's like it's so many things that you can use to protect yourself from these entities or these beings. You know what I mean? Because they can come to you in your sleep, all that stuff. You feel me? Um, it's really something with these beings, man. They really think that you're crazy. They think that I mean, they'll try to make it sound like you're crazy. They'll try to come at you in every angle to try to destroy you, which I think is really crazy of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. That's what they do. That's how they can. That's how they try to destroy you. They'll try to bring up a whole audience of people, and then they'll try to go ahead and defame your name in public. They do all kinds of stuff. These beings don't want to have you grow or move forward on your journey to help out others if you were sent here to do that, or sent here to create a business, or that business might be something to help out humanity. They do anything in their power to stop you, you know? So, this book comes in handy. I recommend this book right here. Let me see. This book right here. So you can learn, certain things. You know, I will tell you all about cleansing your body and keeping yourself away from the negative energies. You know what I'm saying? So this is my first time really crack opening this book. Um, yeah, this is my very first time. So just keep that in mind. But I will tell you, when it come down to you can't cast spells on people. That is against divine law. Like you may they and the brothers we were talking about that, because when you try to cast spells on people, because that's what they'll do too. These entities will do that. They will try to cast spells on you. They don't realize when they try to cast a spell on you that that's against divine law. That's against divine law. And what happen is it'll backfire on them. And next thing you know, all crazy stuff will start happening to them. You know what I'm saying? That's why on this path, you're here to literally help out others on their path. You're not here to do anything like that to cast spells, because we don't do nothing of that stuff over here. We literally want to help out humanity the best way possible. Either guiding them into telling them check out self defense, or we need to really build things, or a network from an old mentor that passed away told me about. He said that we as melanated people need to build a network with one another, the ones that's here to do the work, not those that are here that are trying to use the people or trying to use people for money, and none of that. We're here to do. If we're really serious, we have to build a network with with like-minded people, like-minded souls, like-minded spirits and souls that are on the path to do the righteous things and not do the unrighteous. If you get what I mean. So you know, I love to give a shout out to Conjure Queen again. I love to give a shout out to Isis Wisdom, Brother Yosef, um, of course Bobby Hemmett for all the lectures he did that was helping people with a lot of their spiritual paths. And you also got to say, I give a shout out to Panic. Right? He's in the astral realm now, or the ancestral realm. Um, Dr. Phil Valentine, Sister Myra Moss, um, because she's coming back in the fold. Sister Myra Moss is coming back in the fold. Um, Steve Coakley, thank you for all the information that you did while you were here in the physical. And I know you're in the ancestral realm now. I say to you for all the work that you did. And you want to also Dr. Ben Yakinen, nothing but love to him because he did his work while he was here. And he's still doing work in the spirit realm. Dr. Francis Quest Welson. I'm just naming names on people that, that pretty much was on the up and up. Dr. Claude Anderson, and also I'm going to mention another person, and that is Professor James Smalls. I'm just naming them. I ain't naming, and oh yeah, Black Witch Yaya. Uh, what's his name? King Brojo, I think Brujo. Yeah, King Brujo. Um, Joseph Ifa, Baba Ifa. Those that's doing the work, that's really doing the work, that's actually changing lives, and that's actually putting the messages out there from the ancestral abode, the angelic abode, from all the abodes to help out the human race to get things done so they can get on their journey and to wake up those sleeping giants so they can finally awaken. Because you got these daggone evil entities that's trying to stop the progress, and they don't want to see you progress. They don't want to see the real ones rise up that heard the call is very serious, y'all. It's not a joke. And these entities are doing everything in their power to stop you from hearing that call. They will say that certain practices is witchcraft. They will say all of that. They will say anything in their power to stop you from going on your path. And a book that I also can recommend that you can get that's pocket size. Um, there's certain parts of that book you got to ignore because it talks about blue eyes and all that other stuff. But there's called Earth Angels by Doreen Virtue. I had to remember her name, Doreen Virtue. And it gives you a test if you are an Earth Angel, if you are an elemental. Because what a lot of people know about they don't know there's elementals here too. So therefore, these entities was trying to stop those elementals from waking up. They'll do anything to stop anybody on the righteous path from waking up. That's what their job is. And they will manipulate anything and anybody to stop you on your path. They will do anything to stop you. If you're elemental, boom, guess what? They'll try to get in your, they'll try to stop in your tracks. Because many of you that heard the call are going through these attacks. And sometimes they can be mysterious. It don't always have to be physical, it can also be spiritual too, because these people can astral project as well. They can astral project, y'all. Keep that in mind. They can tell you that they don't do any of this stuff and they do it because you got to remember in the Judaic Christian religion, They say that the devil always lie, and I hate to bring that part into it because a lot of us that are spiritual, but we got to go back into certain basics because honestly, that is the base on the big. That's one of the schools is that Christianity, that Judaism, all they are schools of thought to help bring things into to fruition as well. So sometimes you got to go back into that because even there's a story about the Orisha about that they came across this negative energy. They didn't know how to do nothing with that from what I remember, from what I was told and what I would listen to. And it was a legua that went and sacrificed himself to balance that all out. So, it's a lot of that going on. But ladies and gentlemen, I digress on everything that I say. I'm not trying to be on here too long. Like I said, I'm just on here to try to help out on the path of these entities and these beings. Do not fall for them. They will also have, like I said, they have charisma. They're charismatic. They can do anything. They'll do no. They'll do anything to put themselves on the front lines before you and make people thinking that they are the savior and they're not the savior of their own self either. They can't save nobody. They can't even save themselves. You understand? But on that note, I'm out. Please look at the description box. I'm just gave you some. I was just elaborating even more on certain examples. You understand? So take care. I have another YouTube later on today. I'll holler at you later.